Yo, what is going on, everybody? How is life? We were gonna start earlier, but we delayed the stream, or I did, because of the auction that was going on, as well as there were a couple other streams of acquaintances that I wanted to make sure I wasn't trampling over. So, how's everybody doing? Sorry for the little bit of delay, but I thought tonight, rather than being the weirdo nerd that I am, that maybe we'd look at all the species of fish that have been discovered in the last, well, some of them, to be fair, have been discovered long ago, but were put aside and never classified. And then nobody went and collected more of them. So, like, it could have a date of like a former name of it in 1920. But these are species that are now just in the last few months, they've been published. Or maybe they were publicized and some professor somewhere found them, some ichthyologists found them, got a couple of people agreed, yeah, it's something new, it's interesting. And maybe a year ago it was posted, but now the official, yes, we did DNA, or yes, we did all the taxonomy and anatomy, now it exists and it is very clear that it is its own species. So here's its name and all its details, that kind of thing. Now that is all sorted out. And so I want to share that with you guys. But first, I'll say hello, and also I'm gonna make a note that I'm off to Florida on next Tuesday night, red eye, basically. I got a big old not dip net, but cast net, and I've never owned one of these, let alone I've only tried throwing one a few times. But it is a 5-footer, so it's a good size one with 30 yards of rope on it. So this is for casting out into the river or saltwater, and then pulling it up, and the weights come together and kind of knot up. So I got that. I also got a hiking fish trap. So it folds up into a little storageable size, but it's a fish trap. It won't catch very tiny fry, or like least skilly fish probably would be able to escape it, I would guess. Even like a lot of live bear fry would get out of it easily. But so I got that, and then I got a couple other things for Florida. I got a new case, a shock case for the little GoPro. And you know what? I like being transparent and sharing with you guys the stuff that I've got that is possible because of you guys, because you guys are so supportive as members and as super chatters, or as watchers of the channel. Even just, I mean, you not required to give money or anything, just being active in the community, commenting, watching videos, it allows me to do this, and I'm so incredibly grateful, and I want to thank you guys. And hopefully I want to show you guys some cool stuff when I get back from Florida again. I also will be going there. Uh, oh, Johnny at Dan's Fish. Hey, Alex, sent a little pleco order your way at the beginning of the month. Be sure to have a Dr. Pepper on me. Oh, right on. Thanks. I appreciate it. Actually, I have to thank all of you for that as well, because I am getting commissions on the Dan's Fish links. And people who are like, if you're in the system already and you already bought stuff, you guys get a little discount, and then I get a 2% commission too. And so I hope to do, when I get back, an order from Dan's Fish. There's always a million things I want there so badly. Yeah, it's exciting. So some other little odds and ends here that I got. I got some UV lens stuff. I've tried a lot of UV lenses for cameras and camera phones, and unless it's for like the 45 millimeter or like bigger 35 millimeter sized lenses and stuff.
Very popular.
It's not. Sorry guys, let me mute this. I don't know why it's making noise. Stop talking at me. I was just trying to get you guys on the your chat up on the live stream. Oh, it's Alan Power, one of the oldest members of the channel, old man. No, he's got 35 months as a member. That's when I turned on memberships. So that is wild. And thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. So also, I got this like card reader and dongle thing for the trip. So I should be able to pull footage during the trip and edit it on the phone on the new. So I've got 2 new cameras. I've got the little thing that takes several memory cards at a time, or USB 3.0, the stuff, and also takes micro SD cards, memory cards, and cables that you can live time see like 2 devices and a hard drive. Like it doesn't need to be powered. It draws from the device. So that should be great. And I'm really excited to have that this time, because last time I couldn't. I could look at the little screen of the GoPros, but I had no idea, like, did I get the shot? Was there, did I get a cool feature of it? Who knows? Let's see here. Koro says, I found an app that lets me plug a USB or HDMI camera into my phone for streaming with one of those little dongles too. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's sweet. You already said you drink Dr. Yeah, everybody should drink Dr. Pepper. It is mandatory. It helps your fish when you drink Dr. Pepper. That is for sure. Alan says, I rescued my heteranda, like your heteranda formosa, like your mosquito fish, from the built-in filter of a 20-gallon. Took an hour, feeling pretty accomplished. Dang, that's a save right there, brother. That's pretty wild. Yeah. Thorntrap, what's going on? Welcome. Volcanics Works, what is going on? It's good to see everyone in here. I always like different names when we stream at different times. Ira Nelson, what's going on? We got the Fish Fan Bot. What's up, bot? Johnny, of course, good to see you. Shrimpin' Ain't Easy, what's up? John Manro, yeah. Aquatic Moose, aren't they all aquatic though? Night Owl Aquatics, yeah. You think the cast nets are fun? Just wait till my dumb self gets a hold of it down in Florida, where it's 115-degree heat index, and yeah, it's gonna be rough. Going G, what's up? Sideshow, Cody, what's up as well? Linda Worth, Xana Doo, 3G. And we've got, Coro, I said hello to. Anybody else up in here? Oh, Jose Torres, what's up? Oh, Steamfought Aquatics was here. I think he's gone now. I mean, that's fine, whatever. I mean, just get out of my life. Gamer One and Kevin Eaton. I'm gonna pretend, if I don't see your name, that you're not here. Cave of Wonders, what's up? Survival of the Fishiest, Karen the Good Twin. Yeah, we got lots of good folks rolling in now. Oh, Steve Aquatics says, look at that. That's a quote. You can quote it, print it, send it to the presses, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Kane, what is up? You're still lurking. You rascal, you. Also, I have this thing, this axolotl of peace and contemplation, and I also have the axolotl of it's got way too long of legs that are I don't know. Is it a mammal? Is it what is it? I don't even know. But we'll be giving these away. Not today. I'm not giving anything away today. Yeah. But I've also been talking with my uh the repertoire of people in the fish fam that I know that sell fish and fish related accessories. Um and we're gonna do some giveaways when I get back from Florida as well, hopefully. Hopefully we can do some nice fun ones. Let's see, your average fish keeper, what is going on? KLANT Clant? What? Oh, okay, hello. I that name is very interesting. I don't know what to make of it. Tell me what to make of it. And hold on, I have one thing to show you guys. Does activated carbon remove tannins? Yes. So activated carbon, what it's going to do is it acts like Swiss cheese. So if you have it in a filter, it will anything that runs through it, trying to push water through it mechanically, it will capture debris and particles down to a very fine microscopic level. However, it does not like ionically bond to things just out of like nowhere, out of the blue, sitting in your tank. Like it's not going to clean everything that way. Now, there are some things that will bond with carbon, and more so, there's actually a lot of bacteria that will use that carbon and they will sequester it, and they will even take the charcoal or activated carbon and they will take carbon from it, and they'll take oxygen from the water or nitrogen from the water, or whatever. They'll take different compounds, hydrogen, and then they'll rearrange it into something that will be the waste byproduct. And in that way, there are many processes, different cycles in which carbon does really do something. But really, you're going to need something like laterite, diatomaceous earth, or something like that that is ionically charged, and that would bond with, say, ammonium, and then the bacteria that is anoxic or anaerobic that lives as part of that will actually take that. It'll take anything that is eating the any of the ammonia that's in there. It will turn the ammonia back into nitrates and nitrites. It does the exact opposite direction as the cycle we know well in oxygenated water. And then it needs also sulfur and iron as part of its metabolism and life cycle. So if those aren't present, which they usually are in volcanic ash and things as well, at least in a trace amounts enough so that it helps. Zeolite, yes, that's another one. And things like kitty litter are made out of that diatomaceous earth as well. Those things will actually bond and almost like hug the molecules. Alex, are Pearl Daniels the same as CPDs? I just got 4 labeled Pearl Daniels. No. So Pearl Daniels are they're a different fish altogether. They get quite a bit bigger, unless somebody's marked something real funky, which is possible. Hold on one sec. I want to show you guys one more thing that I got that I think is going to be helpful, and I think it's going to make videos better. Then we're going to look at the new species of fish. I've got like 60 species of fish. Some of them are beautiful, some of them are weird, some of them are whatever, but I'll be right back. Dooba dooba doop boop boop doop 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 doop. I live in Seattle, as you guys may or may not know, and somebody was at where I was at dinner was like, so look at that guy's shirt, and they said it really loud so I could hear. And my wife and I were going to a Pixies and Modest Mouse show last night. We had a friend who was in the band, and he passed away, the drummer, unfortunately. And so his parents were like, "Hey, come to the show." And so my wife got tickets. Kind of surprised me. Our anniversary is coming up next week. My wife and I, 7 years of marriage. We've been together 10 years, but 7 years of marriage. And she was like excited about that, and so she's like, "Let's make that our anniversary." Little anniversary outing, and then I'm taking her to dinner tomorrow night. But the the Pixies, Cat Power, and Modest Mouse we were going to see. And everybody at this joint that was eating food was definitely there before, because we're right by the stadium. We're right by the arena. And it was pretty clear, I think anyway, especially the way my wife was dressed. And they they were like, "Is that the American flag and an eagle? You know, eagles are for like German fascists." And I was just like listening to them and just kind of staring at them like, how dumb are you people? Not to mention like my friend Matt, who used to work at Aquatic Arts, now he's elsewhere, but he was staying with me during a fish concert, which definitely liberal, and he gave me this. And I mean, beside the point, I think America's pretty cool, right? We're all here to be America, Americans, if you're in America. So it doesn't, whatever. You could be an anarchist, you could be a communist, you could be a nihilist. We believe in nothing, Lebowski. And you could be American. It doesn't define anything. And I hate that the flag has become like something like that. Anyways, but yeah, they were really like, oh my gosh, I bet he's a member of the Proud Dudes. I don't even want to say the actual name because of the. All my streams get demonetized lately, anyways. Who do I care? What do I care? All right, guys. You could be a fish keeper. That's right. All right. So, I got this new flashlight too. I don't know if this brand's any good. It's got a goofy ass name. Let's see here. Come on. What the whole blurring feature on StreamYard's annoying. I think it's Gen Wiss, GENWISS, but I don't know. It's some Chinese cheapo brand, but it had like 4,000 good ratings, and it is a 2,000 lumen light, which I was skeptical about, but I actually borrowed my buddy's par and lumen readers, and it was 2,100 lumens. So this light is 300 lumens, and this is like a little tactical like LED that for me, like when the power's out, this works great. It takes 4 or 3 triple or double A batteries. Well, I got a new one, and it takes like the big old like vaping battery, right? So it needs a special charger that needs like the wall and everything. But let me just show you real quick. So there's this light versus this light. Yeah. So it only lasts for about an hour, and it is super bright, but it's totally waterproof down to 100 feet, 120 feet. And the point is to actually turn it on, throw it in the water put on a rope, I guess. Maybe put the bait trap down or whatnot. Maybe throw the cast net over, but to film what comes up to this in a river at night, like down there in Florida. Not to mention just to have a really good flashlight. This will let me see all the little critters' eyes, because this trip, if you didn't know, now you know, people, is that I stayed in my car last time a little bit, and I just realized I can save a lot of money. I can save some money, Lebowski, if I sleep in a car. So I pay a little bit more, get an SUV that's full size, and fold it down flat. Go to Walmart, buy the little bed in a bag kit for $29, and then I've got like all I need in the day. I sleep during the heat of the day from like noon till 3. Take a little nappy poo, and then like really pretty much be out collecting fish or interviewing people or touring places the rest of the day, because it's supposed to be about 95, 92 degrees while I'm down there, and humidity is like 80 to 100% while I'm down there. Hurricane season also going on. There's category 5 right now that's headed that way, but is supposed to take a steep curve. Hopefully that happens. Or otherwise, I guess I'll live stream a hurricane. Koro says, have you ever tried an IR flashlight with any of that? Yeah, I have. it is cool to use those. I don't have good enough night vision filming gear that I could really exploit that though. Chris Howell, what's going on? Sketty Nona, what is going on? All right, well, let's open this. Let's open this can of worms, and let us see some of the wonderful new fish that are out in the world that have been discovered. They were all French fish. That I promise you. Wait, what the heck? Why don't I? What is happening? Why won't it show me? Here we go. I have more problems with this computer. I need to get a MacBook Pro eventually again. You know, I like those things. I know some people are like, Mac, PC. MacBook Pros though are really nice. All right, so as promised, guys, I have a few species and photos, good photos. They're the ones that were published for species naming. And some of these, like one or two of them, are a little bit updates, like the new Batis out of Myanmar that has, now it has two names. So there's some stuff like that, but there's a bunch of Hyphosobercons, some barbs, a lot of catfish, a lot of killifish, a lot of tetras, and yeah, so let's jump right in. And if you guys have any questions, any thoughts, just tag me at Fishery, and hopefully I'll see you. Also, did I miss a super chat? Holy moly, holy guacamole. I did. I am a bad human. You should slap me at Fishtoberfest, Coro. I'm sorry, buddy. I missed that, but it says demonetize this hashtag. Yeah, that's right. You know, the mental. Oh, I don't want to say it again. I don't know if I care anymore, but just let's pretend like this stream still has a hope of being monetized. Now YouTube is going to monetize everything for you. So, and yes, Steamfot, it is the black and red or the black tiger or the Myanmar. It had a name for a while that was like Higginsoni. And then now they actually have broken it out into two species. There may be a third if you read the papers. I mean, there's like 39 baddest species. It's just most aren't known in the hobby. Some are very, very different genetically, and in some of like the water quality and stuff they can live in, like brackish or even like really salty limestone water, versus others that are in very acidic water. And we pretty much just see the acidic ones in the hobby, and they may look really similar or they may look really plain, and that's why they're not in the hobby. But some of them now they're doing very, very different stuff with like they're doing the eDNA and they're doing the DNA decoding, and like the papers published, you know, it may look super, super similar, but yet it ends up being like a fish that's been separate for like 3 million years. Dario Hisgin, yeah, I always say it wrong. Dario Hisginon is a different fish. It's sold. It's solid red. Right, yeah, but for a while they were calling the Myanmar version the red and black one. Going G, what's up? They thought maybe it was some other kind. Anyways, it doesn't matter now. Now we've got a real name for it. So yes, let's hop back in. Alternative aquascaping, what is up? Let's go back. Let's go back. We'll just do full screen. Let's see if it lets us break out each window. Yeah. Okay. So, what's up, guys? And if you guys could hit that, I don't know, like button, I'd appreciate it. I mean, if you like it. If you don't, you can push the go to hell button. Anyways, this is a new fish that is living in brackish water, and it's called a guitar fish. And I just think it's the weirdest fish ever. This is the only non-freshwater one we're really looking at. But I mean, WTF, mate? What kind of head is that? I've seen a hammerhead. Now I've seen a spade head shark. I don't know. But yeah, pretty wild the different ways fish can look. Next. All right. Now that that's out of my system. Okay, two new species of suckermouth catfish. The Moco Kide Chila glanus from the upper Guinean forest streams in West Africa by African Freshwater, blah, 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 blah. Oh, those are people that got tweeted in the original announcement. But I also have links to all these things. If someone's like really chomping at the bit to find out info, I can help you find out info and give you the actual articles. Um, Members too, I can actually, for members, I might be able to just put a link to the folder where I put everything. I'll see if that's doable. I will do it in the community tab. Okay, so these are like a dime a dozen. They are finding new ones of these fish freaking everywhere. I mean, from Southeast Asia to Africa to South America, they're finding flat catfish and loaches and suckerfish everywhere. I mean, there are so many species being discovered all the time. It is really wild. But these ones are um, pretty extremely flattened. This guy's a little bit fat on the left, but there's the two new species that are going through the process of being named formally right now. You have an Atopo chillis chilling at the warehouse right now, huh? Wow. At Dan's Fish. Well, guys, if you want to shop at Dan's Fish, I got you covered. You go to my description and you just enter the word Alex, all lowercase, when you check out, and you'll get a discount. You'll basically save your tax, and you'll help out the channel. But moreover, you're supporting a good cause. You're supporting another guy who is ethically uh, committed to running a great place. I've also been speaking with Aquatic Arts too and talking to them. They're working on a lot of dry stock things, but we are working on getting all new tissue culture plants into them, as well as Sarah products from Germany that are not available in the US. And they're also going to carry Aqua Zen products and lines, I believe. So there's going to be some things coming up that I'll be able to share with you. And we're going to do lots of giveaways, like any new product. Basically, they're going to have a giveaway for it at one time or another in the near future. So don't worry, even though summer is nearing an end, we can have nice things. We can do a giveaway. Fishery, Alan says, next time you talk to Aquatic Arts, can you ask them to stock some stuff sometimes? Yeah, I have. I have had a conversation with them. Look at this weird fish. So this is from the Parniaba River in Brazil, and Trichomysteridae, I guess, and trichomicterid, trichomicterid catfish, trichomicterid. Oh, that's a mouthful. Catfish, but look at this thing. It looks like a freaking leech out of like the movie Aliens or something. Look at those little things that live on its whiskers. I don't, man, dang on, weird fish. Um, So yeah, it looks like it would drill into places where you got to go to the bathroom and stuff. Um, all right, next fish. Moving on after the comment by Mr. Alex in the peanut gallery. Okay, this is a cool one. This is out of Iberia, Spain, and France, en français, Portuguese, Portugal, Gibraltar, which is British, doesn't make any damn sense, right? But we got a new fish, and it basically looks like a dojo loach, like almost like if you cut off that fat belly and its tail looked like this on all of them, like not transparent like it does up here. I mean, you're pretty much at Dojo Loach. It's pretty wild. So there's 5 of the similar species there. They're like log perch relative kind of thing, I think. And yeah, kind of interesting. But it is a true loach, this one. Whereas like this is a log perch, and this one too, I think. So that's kind of interesting. That is, I believe, the farthest west loach then that we know of, probably. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. On to the next fish. Yeah. All right, guys. So this one is Ophiacara gigas or gigas. Ophiacara macrostoma means big mouth in Latin, essentially. The Latin name that is, and I don't remember if that's one part might be a little bit of Greek, but whatever. Latin, it means big mouth. I think is the full translation there. And then they have so yeah, mud gudgeons though. These are mud gudgeons out of Japan, and some of them are cute. Kind of, they kind of look like little uh, panda loaches. And I don't know exactly like on this one that looks like little panda loach. This goes like CCC. So basically, you're reading it like a book. This is a species, and there's like a female, and then there's like probably a colored up or just like an extra version of the species. I don't know exactly why they did it that way, and this looks like it's wrong. Like maybe it's not. Maybe it is just this fish with these bands, and they're just whatever. But such is life. That is how they published it at the good old Zootaxia publishing point. Hey, Thomas G, thank you so much, buddy. We got an upgraded fish family member. That means a lot because if you guys are able to spare it, if you guys like the content, especially the content, if you notice there's like 500 or 1,000 views on this stuff, but you like it, it's because of members. It's because of the people who comment on those videos that those deep dives on things like the phosphate cycle or, a species spotlight on a fish that I know is not big in the hobby or whatever, where we go into the socioeconomic background issues of the region and like what's influencing the economy of sourcing that fish, as well as the biology of like it being alive. If you like those videos, if you like me traveling and going places and showing you guys what's going on, even just like the nature walk outside videos or the rehabilitation videos where I go out to a spot and show you what the cities and parks and the state or whatever it may be, what they're doing to rewild and to rehabilitate urban spaces and suburban spaces and things like that, and get rid of monocultures and bring back the native ecosystem and flora and fauna. If you like all that stuff, that's how that is the biggest way to support me right now. Definitely is memberships, and just being here. If you want to do more, you can do more. But the memberships are reliable. Yes, YouTube does take their 30% cut or whatever, but and so does taxes. But it lets me see on my thing every month. Okay, this many people are members. I know I will get $800 or whatever it may be from everyone put together, and I keep it at $1.99 so you guys can afford it, hopefully. And then under the community tab, you can get access to stuff like my source material for this video, which some of was actually covered earlier on kind of a little exclusive thing we did. So yeah, there's some perks. There's perks. We'll leave it at that. Also, Survival of the Fishiest. Thank you so much for becoming a member as well. Survival of the Fishiest. Appreciate it. Definitely. You like that Sarah foods aren't artificially colored, and the fish seem to love them. Yeah, my pumpkin seed fish that I got from the wild will only eat the Sarah cichlid formulation so far. It will only eat live food the rest of the time. But now that I have something I can feed it, it's not exactly the right diet and nutrient profile for the fish, but he wasn't eating anything before. And that was probably not great for him. Let's see here. When's gonna start the fish OnlyFans? I show you guys naked fish all the time. Oh, by the way, guys, I have a new driftwood catfish to share with you. Hold on, let's go back. If I could put fish in a bottle. By the way, one last thing before we go back to looking at fish again. So I've been watching a lot of movies in life the last 10 years, whatever. And I've noticed, and I want to make a video of it where I just get copyright struck like 800 times. But there are so many movies and things like Only Murders in the Building is a pretty popular little series right now. But there's a fish tank, and every time they show the fish tank, it's like worse off than the time before. And it's just ill-equipped for the fish in it. Also, like The Sopranos. My wife and I have been watching The Sopranos like an episode a night, like every few nights for the last few months, like just almost done with the whole series again. Hadn't seen it in like 20 years or whatever, since it came out. And the fish in Christopher's room, oh man, in like it's goldfish. They're a different color every episode, and there's different amounts of them. It's funny. There was like no continuity director, yet they actually ended up having a fairly nice fish tank for the scene. It looks like it's like built into the wall kind of thing. But yeah, so I want to put together like a compilation of fish from the movies and how people think they should be treated, or what was probably going on set. Will anybody find that interesting? Probably not. Okay, all right, back to the fish. I can't get a fish of your love. I can't get a fish of your love. No, all plecos do not eat wood, and a lot actually don't. A lot just eat the biofilm on the wood. Others don't eat wood at all, and then some eat like grass and like lignin that is and cellulose that is breaking down in the environment. Others straight up munch on hard logs. How's that for demonetized? Okay, so look at this one. It's got a little upside down A, or maybe it's right side up. I don't know. But another loricaridid species out of the upper Amazon. and this is the Loriacaria Nimarico, and this one, Colombia. They've been opening up parts of Colombia where nobody has been able to explore for a long time. Coro, thanks for the hashtag, buddy. Hard logs. But here you can see it's actually up in the mountain range where the guerrilla fighters from the FARC had been hiding for, I don't know, 30 or 40 years now, and coming down and attacking people and growing coca and all those things. So people just didn't go there to collect fish, not lightly anyways. Wasn't taken lightly. And thorough work couldn't be done. In fact, we've lost a few ichthyologists over the years to those issues, being kidnapped or disappeared in the jungle, unfortunately. When am I coming to Vegas, Oscar Jungle Tanks? Whenever the Vegas club invites me, or if I have a reason to speak or an expo or something. I mean, I can't afford to just fly everywhere, obviously, because then you got your costs of like, I should be working at home and putting money towards the mortgage and all my medical bills, all that kind of stuff. But if everything is covered by a club of getting me there, I usually try my best, even if they don't have the funds for a speaker fee or whatever, even if sometimes if they don't have like a hotel at all, I will still do my best to come down and talk and give a unique and interesting talk each time. So just get me down there, and that's how you can see me in Vegas if that's what you would like. Yeah. Okay, so here, if you saw it the other day, this is Betta andreae. That is the new species of betta from Singkep Island in the Rieu archipelago. And these are all the Wasseri subcategory of complex of betta. And it's, to me, so nitpicky at some point, but this is what all their little different mouths. These are considered the black mouthed or the black throated or Wasseri complex. And I think there's about 10 or 11, maybe even 12 now in this grouping. But yeah, this is the new one, and he's got the little hourglass throat and chin, B or C, I want to say maybe. Anyways, I did a whole video on him. You can check it out. You can go watch it. I just made it the other day. So, all right. So now we've got an interesting little tetra from the Madeira Basin at Chapada dos Persis in Brazil. And there's a decent paper that came with this one too. But the Moen Cahasia Iris. I like the name of the species. It's simple, it's clear, it's yeah. But the fish pretty boring, not a lot of color. We'll see. We'll see if these have anything to shout about. Also, I wanted to take note. Look at in picture C. It's interesting that there is no A on their post that they shared, the university. But looks like there's ick on the fish already, or something. And it's, maybe from sitting in a holding tank too long that had water that was not free of it. I don't know. Maybe it came from the wild. Maybe it's not ick. But it looks suspicious, even though the fish looks pretty healthy in that picture. And they remind me of the little gold tetras, or reed tetras, or Tetris. Come on, stop it. Stop, computer. I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading. All right, guys. So another kitty fish. These ones very pretty. I these ones, honestly, there are so many that look so freaking similar that it seems like it'd be nearly impossible to tell them apart, especially in the wild when like they're all covered in like leaves or like a glossy reflection or and sometimes they're colored up better, but a lot of times once you get it in the net and you grab a fish, like it's more murky than it's been the whole you know than any other time. And I can't imagine trying to identify these fish based on like, oh, there's a yellow line on the caudal peduncle of this one. Um, but yeah, very cool, pretty fish. Can't deny it. I'm a blanking riot. You don't want to blank with me. Got fools in the blank with me. Go Shody. It's your birthday. All right, guys. So here we've got another flat cat. This one is like a woody one. Again, also like a Farawella style. But I think it's been a rate of around one a week in this year alone of them being newly discovered. Now, some of that is because of the damming, the Montebello Dam or Bello Monte Dam, and then the other dams that exist, the two that exist already, and I think they're going to finish another one. But what it's done is it's created a lot of area that's shallow, underwater, flooded out, that goes a long ways as lakes. And so we're seeing some new species too that just didn't really show up that easily. Not this one by any means, because this is in Colombia, not in Brazil, but that is going on in Brazil. So what's up, Kenny? How's it going? Mary Brooks, good to see you too. And am I singing two pack? Oh, you spelled that so great. No, I'm not singing 12 pack or two pack or any other kind of pack. Or the Aztec, no, Incan mummy slash leader, Tupac. What was his name? Inky Tupac? Inkide? I don't remember. Anyways, his name has gone down in history. Okay, so here I don't. Oh, just filament barbs. Below water, great channel. If you haven't seen it on the YouTubes, he's got quite a few viewers. I think it's like 100K or something. Or no, maybe no. It's never mind. It's probably not that quite that high, but great stock footage that he films himself of fish all over the world. Okay, stop that. Okay, another weird one. This was from Laos, and it looks very similar to the species being found in South America, and or for that matter, the Congo. They're finding a lot in that deep water Congo, but that's why they do these soft tissue and X-ray scans to also expose things that we wouldn't normally be able to find out much about unless we kept them in captivity in just perfect conditions and whatnot. And even that, I think it would just be stressful for the most part. So they probably just wouldn't behave the same as when you get them in an ecosystem or biotope. Imagine Alex doing an IRL stream. Is this not real life? I'm confused. Going G. Um. All right. So more. Look at these guys. These are all Loricaridae catfish from east of the Andes. So just east of the Andean mountains, down the plateau. I can't remember if that valley or plateau has a name other than the Amazon. Anybody? Anyways, yeah, I don't know what to say about these guys. They're not that pretty, but it's cool that somebody can tell that they are different and they exist. This one here, this one is from a deep portion of the Congo River, 500 feet deep. And this one I think is cool. It's got stripes, which generally has something to do with their ability to, you know, camouflage and blend in nature. Um, I don't know. I don't know though. Like with these guys on the bottom, it's interesting to me that their lines would go this way, especially when they evolve flatter, clearly for a reason to like burrow and stuff. So I was just in my head like, oh, I wonder if these crazy crazy fish finding scientists if they had any theories on why some are so blah and others are so cool. All right, so this is another one from Myanmar, and this is from the borderlands where basically there's no law. um, there's been a civil war going on in the Wa region, the Shan region, and yeah, but this one really pretty, and also, can we see it here? You can actually see down in the picture. If I didn't have a picture, uh, little stamp over it with the zoom on it. Sorry, guys. But I would have a better picture. Oh, here you go. They look green and red. You see that? And they've got an orange eye when they're in the water. With this guy, and they grow this little pointy triceratops horn, and they've got these kind of odd lateral dots down their side, but they're really pretty um, fish, and I want to keep my eye out for if these enter the hobby, because it says they're in the hobby. And whenever magazines and things say that, I'm like, always dumbfounded. I mean, I swear, every time I come across a paper and they're like, this fish has been popular in the hobby for, a number of decades or whatever. I'm like, I don't know anybody who's ever heard of that fish or seen that fish. And then sometimes they're like, brand new, new to science. Nobody's seen this fish before. And it's like pandagars or what, something that's like, yeah, always there. Um, yeah, so it's kind of interesting how um what's the word? How far behind, how far the lag is a lot of times between the scientists and the hobbyists and the explorers, but also how much there's a problem with not knowing the species of an area, having an expert in an area. So there's plenty of places that are accessible and nobody has thought to look for, oh, is there a catfish that looks just like all the other catfish we knew existed there, except for it has a black dot on its tail? And then they do the DNA and they find out, oh, it's a little different. And then somebody keeps it in a tank and they find out, oh, it's like a freaking, mouth brooder or some crazy thing. Yeah, so, what's up, Mel? How are you doing? And Jeff Kane. Who else is in here? There's only 58 of us in here. I feel like it's the olden days, and we're all very cozy. I hear something vibrating. Anyways, back to the fish. Back to the fish. We're feeling fish. Is is our friend Bobby Steenfot still in the building? Oh, when that shark bit, oh, his teeth did starts to show his pearly whites. For Mac Heath and round the corner, will you do something rash? Oh, I wish I lived on this river. Man, it's pretty. Look at this new fish. New cichlid coming out of Lake Chillingallee. Ah, Bob is still here. Wow. I haven't bored you. Bored you? Can you board someone? I don't want to board. I don't want to board Bob, but I'm okay with boring him. I guess you would bore them, not board. Uh, anyhow. Uh so this is an endemic to Lake Chillingallee, which is also a part of Fern Gully Lake that was made popular by that strange movie with Disney ripped off and Avatar ripped off Fern Gully with the oil monster. It scared me when I was like 10. Yeah, I was 10. Whatever. I was still scared. MK Aquatics. You got mandatory overtime at work. That's rough. I'm just reading the chat real quick. You can you can board someone. Fern Gully, yes. I'm learning about archaeologists discovering fish tanks in Angkor Wat. Yeah, dude. Have you seen my video going over that, or one of my talks about how that's the largest temple complex in the world, also the largest irrigation project in the world until the Erie Canal / Suez Canal, depending on like what you want to define as that. But even the Roman aqueducts were not as big as the ponds they had for draining and containing and keeping the levels of water in Angkor Wat down. Plus, I mean, it's like over 8 square miles of the main center of the temple complex. But then it's something like, I don't know, 27 square miles of surrounding temples and irrigation ditches. Plus, they used a form of agriculture by the time this culture was in its full effect. And at Angkor Wat, they were using a method where you basically use the drought season in the river as a reliable thing, as a dependable aspect of the way you farm rice, and you don't need to flood the fields just to harvest it all the time and all that, which is kind of cool. The place is nuts. It's wild. They think that they had half beaks and bettas there. There are laws related to bettas there about gambling. That's one of the places where they found actual carved text. And, I'm sure treasure hunters or whoever have taken a lot of the stuff from places like that, but a lot of the carvings and stuff are still accessible, still readable, and we can see things like the fact that there's this one that somebody used chalk, and they did the thing where you, or maybe a pencil, where you slide it sideways, like on the side on the edge, you get the like almost like a charcoal like effect over any like texture on there, and it kind of shows up like a secret message. Well, they were doing those rubbings, those etchings off the temple walls, and they were finding rules that were saying the keeping of small fish for non-food related reasons leads to, like, beating of your wife and mistreatment of your children and neglection of household duties and yada yada yada, on and on. And it almost is certain that they were talking about that, because they know that by the dynasty that took over in the 1700s in Thailand, which is not at all Angkor Wat, but that's when the fancier bettas started coming around for looks rather than just for the point of fighting. But I have an entire video if you guys are interested in that also. I've gone over a lot of different cultures that fish are kept in, hence the name of the freaking channel, guys. But Angkor Wat in particular, I've covered, and I've also covered it in the history of the betta fish video, which is an hour-long deep dive confirmed by genetics, 1,200 years minimum that the bettas have been domesticated. Absolutely fascinating stuff that Dr. Huang Zhang out of Singapore, and also a few folks out of China, one out of Japan, have just done some astounding work testing like 7,000 bettas. Really cool. So yeah, all right. So back to the fish. Oh, snap. Back to reality. Whoop, there goes gravity. Here comes some pike cichlids that you should be having. So some pike cichlids. Yeah, cichlid prawn. Argentina, though. It's a little interesting, eh? Argentina. 2 new cichlids that are pike cichlids. Some reclassification of old stuff in different genuses too. But the new ones, this B1 here, A, and then it was which one? I'm trying to remember the paper because I didn't want to upload the whole. Oh, this guy. E, which of course there's a stupid little timestamp thing, a stamp over, but they have red on them and that cool eye spot up there. I, yeah, pretty cool. Another thing, oh, Bobby, Robert, Rob, Bob, Bobatha, Christie, you did it again. So there's like 4 new rice fish species that are out that have been discovered now on Sulawesi, which is exciting, and they're all very tiny and they're all very friendly to the hobby in theory. But Bob here wants to stir the pot. He wants to throw in $2. He's making it rain very lightly. He's misting. He basically just took a sip and went. But he didn't even do that. He went with cotton mouth, made it rain on me so that he could stir the pot and give me flashbacks. But who coined the term? And I've gone over this now very, 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 very deeply because of the event that occurred with the king of DIY, Joey himself. He who shall not be named. Actually, I don't really care anymore. Clown shoe. But who coined the term aquarium? Well, it was Goss, probably. If you want the anglicized aquarium word. Now, there are several French versions of the word and an Italian version, as well as a Dutch and German version, that all were used prior to this. And there was also like aquarist or aquarista d blah blah blah, or different versions like that, different names. Also, the aquarium as a concept had been used way back in Latin by the Pisarina and the Piscaderos, which were this group of people who took care of, get this, reef tanks, fountains that had salt water in Greek and Roman millionaire, billionaire, today's Elon Musk or Bill Gates or whatever, in that level of kind of like grotto, the term at like the Playboy Mansion grotto. Well, they used to have these things set up where people could come and hang out or whatever. They could take baths. A lot of times it was like heated geothermally or whatnot. But the grottos that they actually had saltwater, freshwater, and brackish, and they had corals and sea anemones, sea cucumbers, all sorts of things, all the way back 2,500 years ago, 3,000 years ago. And by 2,000 years ago, there was a culture established, and they actually had boxes for transporting, like from the coast to Rome, whatever, 50 miles as a crow flies or whatever. And the let's see here. And also the the word just meant box, like a box to look in and to store things, like for shipping. Um, then there was a Dutch doctor before marine biology was even a thing, and his name, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it looks like Hobart or Hobart, um, is what his name looks like. And he's sometimes called the father of marine biology, mostly in a saltwater sense. But he came up with a slate tank that had no windows, as well as by this point in the 1570s, they had ceramic bowls. They also had Vaseline style glass. So glass that looks very much like this. So you're not going to see through it the best. It's kind of like foggy glass or off colored like yellow or blue. But they had that as bowls, and they actually, I am going to have to redo all my history talks soon, because they now have actual artwork from the Netherlands and from Austria, which is way the heck inland, showing the paradise fish alongside goldfish in the 1670s. And that throws the timeline of 1869, 1859 being, if 59 is the first shipment, 63 is the first where they survive, and then and get passed around a bit more of them, the paradise fish. And then after that, by 1869, they're importing them annually. A French sailor by the name of Gerard, who they record his freaking first name and not his last name. What kind of idiot does that on a ship manifest coming from Portugal, which probably had a bunch of dirty Frenchmen on it? But in any case, they brought in like 127 of the paradise fish. They were able to breed them successfully, that shipment, and some of the ones from that shipment end up in Moscow, which is kind of interesting. Fishery, what is your favorite historical style of aquarium? The kind I can see fish in. No, I actually like the big ones, the big ones, like Al Bundy. I like the ones that are just big, like on the ground. There's something I love about watching fish from above. Just big fountain and pond type setups, I think, are pretty epic. And those have been around for the longest, you know? But historically, like a tank, I think the ADA, like rimless style, like doesn't need to be that brand or whatever. But I do think those look pretty slick when they're done right. I used to like the Iwagumi and the like really kind of underwhelming in the sense of like not a lot of diversity, but like just simple like carpeting and like the stone speaks for itself. I used to really like that. Now I'm obviously a jungle tank enthusiast, but I would say like Brazilian style layout in an ADA tank. I don't think it gets much cooler than that, honestly. And yes, Bob, you set me off. You trolled me. Congratulations. But yeah, it could have been, uh, you know, Villepreux Power. It could have been her, Jean Villepreux Power. And it could have been a number of other folks who first penned it. But if we're like a letter or two off, that takes us back an extra 40 years, and a bunch of people are using the term. So it's kind of silly to give the credit to one person, um, when a lot were using it, honestly. But that doesn't change the fact of we're talking 1828 to 1836 here as their main dates. And the commissioning of an all glass tank that was a square box, like a glass box classic, with lead in between and slate on the bottom. That was Jean Villepreux Powell for her Nautilus shelled cephalopods and things too, cuttlefish and actual Nautilus, and then squid and other things that she was keeping as well. Okay. Rant, side tangent, complete. Evacuation, come. Shh. Evacuation, come. Come. Complete. Coro, why you gotta ask me who invented the freaking boat? Whoever got to Australia invented the boat, man. Um, Amongst others. But yeah, I mean, whoever got to Australia, they never was touching. Hold on, I need another soda. I need a sody pop. Hold on. Hold on. Hold up. Hold your head up. Hold your head high. Hold your head up. Hold your head up. And if you can, don't let them see you do what you're doing. Yeah, everybody, yeah, no, for real, it's rhetorical. Yeah, it is. Whoever invented the boat, yeah, it was definitely probably like a dead animal that was inflated by being dead and on a hot day, or a log, like a raft during a tsunami. Someone grabbed onto one of the, dead herd of lambs that they had that they kept. Who knows? There's so many theories out there. But fish keeping, you could trace back the archaeological evidence of when you see them intentionally keeping things, when you see like bones of fish being all a certain size and then none present in a given population. And then again, later you see like, oh, there's no fish from 1 foot to 2 feet, but all the ones bigger than that, all the ones smaller than that are in the bone and trash pits of this culture. Then that tells you like what were they doing with those other ones? Well, they let them grow and do their thing. They had some sort of fishery system. Okay, so this is another new fish. This is the new rice fish from Lake Tahuti in Malili Lake System in Sulawesi. And it kind of looks like the Indian one. It's got some dots. It's got a little bit of yellow. It's got blue eyes and some silver and some gold, I guess. Not the best rice fish, but it's a rice fish. All right, a face only a mother could love. This is half face, the smiling clown loach. No, this is we went over this recently, but it's included in what has been published. There are 2 new species with their face cratered and missing chunks of it, and they're endemic to the Lua River in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the most democratic republic of all of the democratic republics, right, guys? But in the Congo, they've found a couple new fish and a bunch of the fish there, and also in a few limestone caves and deep rivers over in Southeast Asia. They're finding that they have this missing sinus cavity or void, and that they're using it probably for some sort of navigation and sensory input task. But kind of a cool one that these were found like 500 feet deep in a river, and they've never seen them wash up. They've just found them when they've brought submersibles or when people have fished really deep in these certain deep spots on the river. There's one spot that's almost 800 feet deep on the Congo for a river. Is that not bonkers, guys? All right. Now another tetra that they just discovered. This is not the Tapajos, even though it's discovered there. Let's see here. So this one is the Stevardiinae. That's a mouthful. Stevardiinae. And it's a Rio Tapajos basin that it's from, and Barari, a new species from the lower. Barari, that makes it confusing. Also, the Notus Barari makes it a little confusing just because there's already the Sundadanios and Bararis rasboras, and now they got to confuse us with a tetra that's got Bararasi in the name. Annoying. Okay, so yeah, this is a cool photo. Um, this is supposedly some new Melanitania gigantes or gigantes, some new collection point. Son of Running River project, and shared it not that long ago. It's a beautiful fish. I don't know how long the species at large has been known. Maybe Bob or someone else who loves rainbows in here will know. But needless to say, like I want it. It's cool. It's beautiful. It looks like a nice slender, uh, considerately sized rainbow fish that will fit in your tank. Um, that's all I know about it. All right, they've also found new Bolivian uh, cichlids. They're cool. I think they're probably pretty nippy. Um, these guys, uh, male and female, they've got posted, but these are the uh, Bujuraquina. I can't say it right. Bujuraquina, uh, Bujuraquina, Quina, uh, May, Mabile, and Bujuraquina, uh, beniensis. Yeah. All right. Now that you guys know I'm freaking illiterate, moving on. So these are pretty cool. You guys know of the German blue ram. Maybe you even know of the Bolivian ram. Maybe you even know of the oh crap, what's the other one called? There's the Bolivian and there's the German, but then there's one more European ram. Holland. The Holland is, I think it's Holland ram. Anyways, this is another ram. This is a micro Ramirez eye, like kind of like a little Cupid cichlid, yeah. Rio Guapore, micro Geophagus is the genus, and it's the Maculicauda, Maculicauda, new species of dwarf cichlid from the upper Rio Guapore. Pretty cool. I want all of them now. I like the Cupid or keyhole cichlid kind of look to the face. It's pretty cute. I like it a lot. I want it in my collection. Okay. Look at this Farawalla. Farawalla only a mother could love. So this is the Wayuyunga, a new species of stick catfish from the Rio Tapajos, from the Para state. Man, they keep finding stuff. It's crazy how many they haven't fully found yet. I wonder if there's like some nano fish that no one's ever seen that like only live at the bottom of like lakes or only live in some extreme zone, and maybe we'll eventually be able to identify with eDNA like how much we were missing from the DNA picture of, hey, is this a fish that's still around in these waters, or is it completely gone, kind of thing. Jeff Kane says, I need those in my life. let's see here. Alternative aquascaping. Yeah. Pibblepunk, hello. Yes, it is. So this is a new fish. It's a salmonid out of Lake Baikal, the deepest lake in the world, biggest lake in the world, volume-wise. Double check that. I could be lying. Victoria may be bigger. But its name reminds me of the thalamus or thalidomide for some reason. But anyways, it's Themeliidae lenonensis, and it's a grayling, or basically like a cold water um, mini salmon, I would guess is how to describe it. I don't know, but they're kind of cool looking. And that's a freezing lake. That's a lake that's frozen a lot of the year. You gotta drive trucks over it, like ice road truckers style. Okay, new, kind of cool. New cichlids again, from a reverse flowing river in the Peruvian Amazon. And this is key to mapping out. We went over this in a video I did not too long ago. What? So there's a river, a set of rivers that flow backwards towards the Andes Mountains, not towards the sea. And the way they flow tells us a lot about evolution, because they're old rivers that go against the continental divide, because they're from when the continental divide was part of Africa, and South America and Africa were connected, and you had a river longer than any river we've ever seen before or since that we know of, which was the combined Nile and Congo River, which used to cut all the way through and then run out near modern day Chile, or Chile. So it went all the way across, flowing the opposite way, and it was called the Proto-Amazonian Congo, or the Proto-Congo Amazonian River. Pretty interesting stuff, but this species means it's a holdover from some of the fish that were brought into that area naturally and then cut off. Oh, okay. Thank you, Pibblepunk. We've got a confirmation on my random rant, which is Google says Baikal is in fact the biggest freshwater lake by volume. Yeah. Superior should be the largest in North America. Yeah. Or actually, is it the Great Slave Lake? It might be the Great Slave Lake. I think it's Lake Superior, though. Yes, Jason, I do know of that river also in Illinois that is backwards and confused. Okay, let's power through these because I'm getting tired. Killifish, Rivulidae, interesting little killifish. It's pretty. From Colombia, from the lowlands of Colombia, which were not open because of said military groups earlier. This is a real weird looking freshwater blenny from the Mediterranean, found off the coast of Israel and Lebanon. Super weird looking to me. I don't know. It's like a fish with a neck and a helmet. I don't get it. I don't get you, evolution. But it's a little blenny, and it lives in freshwater creeks along the saltwater. But it is a freshwater critter. This pretty cute. This is a killifish from the genus Astrolabius. Have to be careful how you say that. And there are four new genre in the new way they're describing things, with the Rivulidae and the Argolibius gorani. But it's a pretty cool looking fish. I don't know a lot about the size or any other details. That one didn't have a whole paper with it, just pictures. Um, uh, Pibblepunk says, I'm trying to put together a North American native tank. Is anybody breeding any cool fish from the Great Salt Lake, or from the Great Lakes, not the Great Salt Lakes, I guess. Um, Probably not that I know of, like in the lake or anything. But have people caught fish out of there and then used them to start farming elsewhere or raising them? Yeah, that definitely happens. But there's something to be said, especially if you're doing water changes in the yard or whatever, that you don't want any of that getting back to the the drainage once it's been in captivity or anything. Anyways, this is another cool little Mozambique Nothobrachus, which is, you know, a real blue and red fish. Pretty cool. Also, this shows just like the what's the word? The flooding level that happens every year there that they count on. And I guess the last few years were a little drier, and then they've got a super wet storm that came through, and a lot of little like triops and other things that hadn't bloomed in a while were blooming. Also, there's an article about that. Not to mention at Burning Man, the same thing happened. Um, let's see here. The Spoon River, Spoon River, wider than a mile. I'm passing you in style someday, but can't get enough of your love. All right, guys. So this is another little uh Carasidae, uh deep genetic divergence from the Miram and Munham river basins. Why would they name them so confusingly close to one another? The alliteration and all. Anyways, very cool. Brazilian little tetra ishi fish. Then new Laotian loaches and Telosia Nema Chalidae. Telostia Nema Chalidae. Man, that's a mouthful. Sorry, guys. Just butchering it up. But looks kind of like a smooth skinned fish, but it has like iridescence under its skin or something slightly. I don't know. Cool fish though. Looks neat. Come on, next, next, next song, next song, next. Oh, look at this one. This one's pretty cool. Central African Congo River, Paran. Sorry about that. Peranin Chromis. Or Paranon. Man, I can't say it. I give up. I said it right the first time. I quit. But look at this pretty little fish. We got lots of bright colors in the live stock, but this is a formaldehyde one. But beautiful markings. Looks like a crib or a little like like one of the little beautiful, gosh dang it, what are they called? The little long versions of the cribs, like the transvestiatus and yeah, I can't remember the name of the Nanochromis. Is that right? Nanochromis, is that their genus? Anyways, they look like that. They look like that, or the something of the like, and they're pretty cool. They only get to like 3 inches. These guys also very cool. I can't remember if anybody got those to spawn yet, but these are from northern Tanzania. They're Rift Lake, Lake Tanganyika. They're gonna like the hard water, the semi-salty or high TDS water, and just a beautiful fish. I mean, look, there's like 3 or 4 patterns all going on at the same time in this fish. It is a beauty queen, 17 dancing queen. Okay, so another fishy fish. This looks a lot like the Geophagus satanica in my mind, but it's a different one. It's the Pyraneusi, or Pyraneusi, which I don't know what that means. I'm guessing fire something. Anyways, the Earth Eater from the Rio Teles Pyre, Rio Tapajo Basin in Brazil. And it's a mid-sized one, I recall looking up. Females more gray, less shiny than the males, but obviously these ones aren't in the best presentation. Let's say that once they are preserved. So, also on Lake Malawi, more Rift Lake cichlids. Look at the blue. Look at the blue. Look at the skies. Look at the trees. Look at the trees. Look at the trees. Anyways, yeah, some really cool new fish. Some got recategorized. A few new ones got found. The Labotropheus, Alticodia, Aratafina, Candypegia. Yeah, there's a lot in here to unpack. You probably, if you keep fish, if you like cichlids and stuff, riff cichlids, I bet you already have that paper saved because it was publicly available for a while at least. All right, so here's another weird one. This is a banana slug fish. That's what I've named it. But on the Rio Iguaçu, I don't know, whatever. But another Brazilian river. Geez, Brazil. So many rivers, so little time. Go. Who is that? Go So Hard Auto. What's up? Jason Hamilton. Hello. Looking for smaller species local besides minnows. To maybe dabble with search. Don't yield much. Yeah, it's a little tougher. Yeah, there's more fish in like the Midwest and the Southeast by far than there is west of the Mississippi or northern U.S. And part of that is going to be climate and geology and geography of the change of all that. But anyhow, this is a weird looking catfish. Look at those big barbels or onodontodes. Probably a burrower. And so now we are finding the burrower class of catfish. Okay, here is another little darter type deal, a little goby gudgeon Australian fine. Look how cute it is. There's going to be the male with the more rounded head and the probably the or other way around, sorry. Probably the male with the more color and with the more angular face, and then the female with the more rounded, I would guess. I don't know. I'm making things up. Don't listen to me. I don't know. But here's the one that everybody knows about, and we've got the Dario tigris and the Dario melanogrammus, two newish species. Now, the Dario tigris has been in the hobby since 2005, as Myanmar pajamas, the fire red, the black and red, and the list goes on and on and on. And then there's also two other fish that aren't in this study that came in. Hold on one sec. Is that my wife's home already? All right, we got to speed this up. Hey, Jason Hamilton gifted 5 fishery memberships. Thank you so much, Jason. I really do appreciate it, buddy. I really do. That makes a big difference. Lets people try out the channel. Go to the community tab. Check out what's new under my community tab, and know that you can have 180 audio episodes of the channel free that nobody else has yet or since. And also check out the extra posts, the extra little things that I put on there. It should be fun. Also, if you have questions when you're a member, your comments I can select just for members, so it makes it very easy to not lose you and to be a part of you guys. I'm your #1 fan, guys. When you support the channel supports you. My wife just brought this home. I don't know what the hell it is. She was at some monkey festival, some fundraiser for chimpanzees or something.
And they have cows.
And what?
Cows.
Cows?
They have 3 cows.
They have 3 cows and chimpanzees. That sounds like a terrible nonprofit. Why would you combine those things? Fail. Chimpanzees, the face-eating monkey, and cows. Come see them. All right, guys, we're going to blow through the rest of these real quick just because I wanted to show them to you. But we got a new Cory not long ago. The Madre de Dios, Madre de Dios, Dios de Mio, or wait. Now I can't even think of how it goes. Dios mío. But this was the CW16, and now it has a name, and that's the Corydoras mccluri. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of pink. It's kind of naked looking. Also, 3 new stingray variants they found, all based off of one in 1913 that they've been calling this guy the Scobina one for a long time, the gold spot one. Well, it turns out there's 3 actually, and not just the one. Also in where was it? In Peru. These are like little slugs. They're like knife fish that look like slugs. I don't know. These are all different species, though. Look at this. How could you tell these apart? If you found that in a river, how would you know? How would you know? I see hearts just like flying, guys. You guys rock. Thank you. Was the Venezuelan black re-indexed? I don't know if it was Survival of the Fishiest. Oh, I'm not screen sharing, guys? I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. How dumb can I get? How dumb can I get? How dumb can I get? Thank you, Jeff Kane. and Coro, who told me that. Can you have a fishery wrap before I leave? No, not at all. No. You got to pay for things like that. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. You can have one. How do I get out of the? Okay, here we go. So I showed the, in case you missed it, the stingray, the Cory stingray, and the wiggly woggly eel knife things. Here we got another catfish that was discovered in Iran, which is a place that I don't think we've really done that much looking, honestly. Also, new Lake Malawi cichlids. Zootaxia published a whole revision of it. That pesky Anton Lomboge is rearranging and renaming everything. But also they found some new ones that they had like missed, or maybe they've recently formed. Kind of interesting. Crayfish, they do best in a species only tank. That's what I would say. They'll eat fish frequently. If they're with big fish, they're not going to do anything. If they're with too big a fish, the fish will eat them. But the CPO is not going to get too violent, like if you're getting one of the little Mexican dwarf ones. But all the other ones, I mean, they're a big invasive problem if they get out of your care. And, I don't know. They're cool. But like the Cherax is what I would probably get if I wanted a species only tank and to watch them mate, do their thing. And they could use a different amount of light and noise than they tend to have. They want it to be quiet and a bit dark. They eat just about anything. And they don't need very much special care, honestly. Pretty easy. All right. So here we've got another little tetra. This is considered a jelly bean glass. Yeah, I think it's called like a jelly bean glass tetra, if I recall. That's what their common name they're giving it is right now. So there's a Hyphus sobricon pinistriatus. Don't know why it's called that. Don't see any stripes or anything. But interesting. Then, boom, look at that one. That's beautiful. Aphosimian equatorial Guinea killifish. New species, the Aphosimian lore, or lore I. Oh, and here's one that I would normally say, oh, look at that pretty fish. But I just looked at this fish, which is freaking gorgeous. And now I got to look at this stinker again. So this is Uggo the fish. He's an ugly fish. No, this one is also very pretty, from the Sipalawini River. Can't make this up, folks. Sipalawini River on the Corentine River. Sipalawini District, southwestern Suriname. And this is a Rivulidae grouping. Oh, there he is, alive and well. The one that Sipalawini. So here we also have a couple new Corys. Kind of cool. These are the Thanatos. All I can see is Thantos. And all I can think of is like some sort of, I don't know. What are those stones called? The element stones, the rune stones, or the charging stones, crystals, whatever they are. Whatever. The Marvel universe is all I can think about. And I don't even know Infinity Stones, and I don't even know that series. All right, new Goby. This one's pretty. This one is got a nice just little red patch, and a little dark, little dark, little dark. I don't know how much they color up when they spawn or what, versus this here, which with that striking eye is pretty cool. I'd try them out, that's for sure. New fish out of India, out of the Kerala region, southwestern, similar to the barbs, but bigger, longer, better, faster, longer, cooler, way more groovy. Also, 6 new fish out of the Rio Paraiba do Sol Basin, the Valley of the Sun, I guess. Yeah, really beautiful territory for a bunch of freaking dojo loaches. All right, let's hop through the rest of these very fast. More miniature, little tiny live bearers, which is great, but they're little teeny tiny ones. Maybe we'll find something cooler with more color that's little like that. Oh, we got another rice fish. What did you know? Or wait, no, this isn't. Never mind. Sorry, guys, I jumped again. This is the Malagodon Alatirandodon. Oh yeah, you guys know that, right? How could you not? Infinity stones. Yeah, you guys are helping me now. But they look like rice fish. I mean, do they not? They look just like rice fish to me. Or kind of like, I guess, what do you call them? What is the fish that I'm thinking of right now that I can't? Like rainwater killies and things like that. They kind of have that vibe too. Very nice. Very pretty fish. Okay, so this is a Tanzanian fish. And yeah, it's just pretty. It's just pretty. Another new Piranha Nanochromis. Piranha Nanochromis. Piranha Nanochromis. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Piranha Nanochromis. Okay, moving on. That is probably a very colorful, beautiful fish. Want to see that thing alive. That's for sure. Congo River. So many cool nano cichlids that I didn't really even ever think about being there just because of like I don't know, the turbidity of the water. And I don't know, some reason, whatever. Don't know why. So also, we've got some more loaches, some more spotted lizard loach. We've got this spotted lizard loach from Sumatra. So Indonesian is the island one. Island boy. Again, more bad quality pictures of stingrays from above. South American ones. Here comes my fish. Dun, 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 dun. Here comes my fish. So this is the Oreazias calimpaensis. Look at that. Paensis. Calimpaensis. And these guys are from Sulawesi, also from a different area. Look at the little eggies. They've got little eyeballs and everything. So I wonder if they hold them longer. They're definitely not that mature on our rice fish. So these ones may be just, ready to go out to face the world. Clint, thank you for your $3 discount to my life. Your $3 super duper chat. Da da na na na. Da da na na. Super stick to dicker. Sticks to sticker. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're almost done with the fish, guys. I know this was a lot. And self-defense, blinding. Did it work? Did I save a life? The life I saved could be yours. You don't know what you're gonna do. Fishery, do you know a good way to soften water naturally? Yeah, throw a bunch of leaves in it. If you don't want to do RODI, collect rainwater. That's about all you can do, honestly, are those two things. And there's products out there where you can throw it in the water and it bonds to it, and then it sinks to the bottom, and you filter it or you scoop it out the debris, or have some sort of filter set up. But honestly, they're just glorified ways of putting lipstick on a pig. Yeah. Sorry, that's an unfortunate one. Let's see here. On to the next one. Lots of the aphosimians. I don't know how in the heck anybody knows this species from this species. Okay, I get this one from this one, but like, how can you tell? I would know like 3 of these and then never know anything again about them in person if I had to tell you which is which. Or the female. Look at how similar the females all look. Jeez. But, oh, right, guys, I'm not showing it again. Silly StreamYard, silly me. There we go. Aphosimian doing its thing, and I think the thing you guys missed was, yes, the rice fish, but okay. Aphosimian. Screen share. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it, buddy. So this is a kind of cool one out of Turkey, a new minnow that is kind of nice looking. Also, new Hyposobercon Pugiotti. Look at this thing. Bang! Now, I think they dyed that one red. I don't honestly know. But that picture is going around, and I'm like, is it really that red, or are they doing something with the slide? Or to mount it for a slide, I should say. Okay, so here we've got another one of the rivulus out of Colombia. It's because the new areas have opened up. Love the color combo on it. Hope it makes its way into the hobby. Only 1.5 inches. Very small little killie. Very cool. Then we've got the redhead tapajo, which we knew was around the Geophagus pyrocephalus, I believe, or is that the one it went as officially? It doesn't have it on here, but the beautiful red head and red shoulder Geo, so cool looking. Definitely mean though. Not really aggressive or anything. Just a big fish. Just a big fish. 3G, thank you so much for being a member, buddy. Flex those member muscles. All right, you guys may have seen this on another episode I did on another like member stream too, but I just wanted to marvel at these beautiful fish. They are so cool. They've got these nice markings, these gold, copper, and bronze markings, brass markings on the silver with like a pink or lavender color built in there too. Pretty cool. Whoops. They were found in southern China, by the way. Also, this weird woodcat, new driftwood catfish, new Tatia Luise. Cool. Weird. Looks a little naked mole ratty, but it's it'll have to do. Let's just say that. Also, new fish from I guess is that Zanzibar that they're on right there? Or no, that's not Madagascar, is it? I'm trying. No, it's not Madagascar. Yeah, it must be Zanzibar then that I'm seeing in the picture. It looks like that's expanded out pretty big. Anyways, that's a pretty killifish. Some more these ones, what were these ones? Crenuchine? I don't even know. But they look like barbs. And I remember they were South Asian. Also, look at these out of Myanmar. Very cool. I think these would go so well with the multi-barred loaches, little 2-inch long fish. Looks like it should be out of Lake Inle, but it's in the Irrawaddy River, different drainage, obviously, but pretty cool fish. I think I need about 100 of them. Also, male versus female, new Haifa Sobercon discovered, which was apparently I lost the info sheet on that. Dang it! I'll have to come back to that another time. But another rice fish, Landon giensis. Landon giensis. From the Doping River. The Doping River. What is with the names of these rivers? But this one is in Indonesia. I don't know the exact location or anything. But Sulawesi. Sulawesi added again. But these have sure been one adaptable fish. The rice fish have gotten all over the place. Okay, looks like a rosy barb. It's not. It's a wild. Oh, wait, here's that same fish. I thought I had some more info on it. Do I? Yes, I do. Hyphus sobercon miramex. The specific epithet miramex is derived from the Greek word for ant and an allusion to the small size of the adult specimens. For the specimens of the species, and also refers to the type, locality, the Rio Formiga. I don't know. I'm butchering it, which means ant river. So that's why they're going to be called the ant tetra or the Miramex. All right, almost done, guys. Almost done. We're almost. Oh, we're halfway. No, we're way more than halfway there. So then there's this little guy out of the Rio Negro, Rio Negro. He made like have live bear ring young. I'm losing it, guys. Also, more of the Telustie Nima Chiladier from Laos, the weird loaches, the loaches. Also, we've got the super weird swamp eels that I've been asked about several times. There's sure a lot of swamp eels out there. Not a lot of them want to be your friend, but they're fish, not eels. All right, so then we've got another Hypsilobarbus nititis. Indian Barbie movie. Bar. All right. Last little catfish, and I mean little, was told it could get 5 to 6 inches in the paper I read at max, and then I found a newer updated paper and it said that they haven't had any specimens over 3 feet. 3 feet, sorry, 3 inches. Okay, last Hyphosobercon Loaie. I don't know how to say that. Loaie. It's a topo type. Male, Brazil, Mato Grosso state. And then it says, let me get this out of the way. Get something out of the way. Mato Grosso State, Ribeiro Zivante, the Givante, Rio Xingu Basin. That's a mouthful. That's so many things to say. Hyphosobercon Loae, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so those are the fish, guys. That's what we've got. Those are the new fishies that I wanted to share with y'all. I hope, Nathan Hovey, hello. I hope you're doing well, lurking. But, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm losing my voice. I got to get ready for my trip. I got a trip, dip, flip, Fantasia. Going to take a trip halfway to Asia. Going to go to Florida. Going to catch such a fish and avoid the hurricane. Anyways, I don't even have it in me to rap tonight, guys. That's how downtrodden I am. The man's got me down. But thank you all, guys. Thank you all, gals. Thank you alls. And have a wonderful evening, morning, day, night, wherever it is, whatever it is when you watch this. If you're watching in the replays, thank you for making this happen, making something, having a community around this. Comment if you've seen any new fish that you thought were cool, or even just new types of fish like that are already known and kept domestically, color variants and so forth. But I am going to fly away and rest for a little bit, and then hopefully I'll be reborn as an even more massive evil entity to take over the trivia of fish and fish related accessories. All right, guys, have a wonderful night. Take care of your critters. Take care of your plants. Take care of your aunts and uncles, and take care of yourself, or you can't do all of that. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. You showed me how to stay.